Welcome to the Land of Bet Sports Betting Show. 3 more NBA playoff games here on Thursday night, and I'm kicking it off with the first one on the slate, the Pistons back at home against the Knicks. We're going to be breaking down what happened in Game 2, get the insights and the matchups that you need so that you can make the best bets you got here for Thursday night. Definitely make sure to subscribe to that channel as well. Got a couple other episodes up for you guys. Going to have those right after this one. For the second game of the night, got the Grizzlies and the Thunder, and then we got the last one, Western Conference as well, Clippers and the Nuggets. So if you continue to follow along all postseason with us, turn those notifications on. We'll get you everything that you need to place those bets. Did really well here on Tuesday night. I'm going to go through that record with you guys, and then we'll have the Wednesday stuff on the next episode, as we're looking really good right now through the first 2 games. I'm recording this as we got the first 2 on Wednesday going right now. So feeling good about those. But if that all sounds good, give this video a like. Let's get right into it. Another unit made, not overly impressive because we lost both the McDaniels and the Gobert bet, which really hurt us, but we still end with that full unit up. So we are now up 11 units on the postseason here, and then 45.5 here on the season as a whole. Now, very happy that we climbed up these 11 units in the last roughly week and a half or so. But if you do want to jump in before I get into these plays, let you know that the code is YOFS25. Going to have that for the last couple of days of this week, and then we're going to switch it up if you do want to get in for a discount, as long as we keep winning. But we keep winning, so I'm going to keep putting out this code. Gets you 3 months in the VIP for 50% off. Like I said, a lot of good looks in there in addition to mine with the NBA. Got plenty of MLB stuff as well. But quick run through on the 4 and 3 here from Tuesday. Nembhard, another big Nightmare guy. We should probably be hitting him for 15 a game. He's now averaging 15 a night in the playoffs since last season, and that includes with Siakam and Halliburton out there with him. So love playoff Nembhard at this point. Giannis, you knew he was going to come with it on the points and the rebounds especially. I loved. So took the plus 120 for the little parlay for him to have a 30-12 game. And then we had Scottie Pippen Jr. I told you I was going to come back to it. In the playoffs, if something doesn't go your way and a bet isn't right, you got to make sure there's a reason that you lost, that maybe you can still go back to it next game. And with Scottie Pippen Jr., we knew that it was a blowout, so he had no shot at getting his in the first game, 51-point loss. But in the second game, as long as this thing's within 20 points and they lost by 19, we knew Scottie at least had a shot at it. He took 7 threes in that game, and we got plus money, plus 150. For him to hit 2 of 7. So felt great about it, and we got the attempts from him. And then J-Dub, he squeaked that one out, but we're going to talk about him again in this episode. Again, not scared. I have reasons for why he barely climbed over the RA. We're going to talk about some other props for him in this one. Edie, I think we're done with that one. My bad on that one, y'all. We keep trying to push that Sisyphus pushing the rock up the hill for those interested in the Greek mythology there. He is not getting the minutes that he was. That's really what it comes down to. He did play 26 in this one and then got pulled in the fourth when he was supposed to get another 3 to 4 minutes, 5 minutes even, potentially to get us over. And he couldn't do it because he doesn't seem to be the matchup that Isola likes in this game. So we'll probably stop messing with that. And the McDaniels, I mean, just bad game for the Timberwolves all around. But those 2 bets for McDaniels and Rudy to eventually get it together a little bit more, I'm still going to be playing those. It just, Rudy was out of the game quick because, I mean, he still played the minutes, but I'm saying his opportunities were gone because they needed threes and Ant was trying to do everything. And the McDaniels just missed shots, didn't take that many, was hot in the first half and then just disappeared in the second half. So like I said, not scared of them, going to keep going back to him, but hopefully you guys are getting something out of these recaps. Let's go ahead and jump right into what we've got for Pistons and Knicks. As we jump into the game notes here from Game 2, make sure to go ahead and give the video a like if these breakdowns are helping you guys out at all. Goes a long way to help the channel, so much appreciated there. But as we look at what I saw here in Game 2, one of the weirdest, maybe most important things, honestly, was Dennis Schroeder taking time away from Ausar Thompson because Ausar Thompson couldn't stay on the floor. He ended up fouling out, but he had 2 fouls in the first half, and then he got 4 by the end of the third quarter, and then another 2 in the last quarter to get fouled out. And Schroeder and he are basically splitting minutes, and so when he's not playing, Schroeder is playing. But let's not run away with the idea that Schroeder got 30 minutes because he's better than Ausar or a better matchup against Brunson. Like, both of those 2 dudes are responsible for guarding Brunson, but I would say Ausar did a way better job than did Schroeder. Like, if you look at the time spent where Ausar's on defense versus Jalen Brunson, Brunson has way worse numbers than when he was playing against Schroeder, where he scored like 13 points or so, 11 points and whatever it was on Schroeder when he was the primary defender. And the other thing here is in quarter 3, when Ausar had to come out, he was killing in the third quarter, right? He was a +9, best on the team in the third quarter. Schroeder had to come in and then play most of the fourth, pretty much the whole fourth though, because Ausar fouled out and couldn't stay on the floor. But he was a -7 in that third quarter, was Schroeder. So I just want to make clear, like, just because Schroeder got the minutes that he got in this one doesn't mean we should run away from Ausar. In fact, what this makes me want to look at is, Are there inflated numbers for Schroeder that we could go under? Are there deflated numbers for Ausar that we can go over? That's what I'll be looking at here with you guys in the player props in just a minute. The other thing here for Jalen Duren, he crushed our under on the 25.5 PRA in that last game because 24.5 PRA. He had 24 with 8 seconds left, pulled down 27 or 25, whatever it was. He climbed barely over because he got 2 free throws after that last rebound, and he had 0 fouls at the half, and then he got 5 in the second half. And our boy came through for us almost with the fouls, just didn't get enough early fouls to get out of the game. But Beef Stew, Isaiah Stewart was out of that game. So we need to keep that in mind that like he played 37 minutes in that game. It's the second time he's done that all season because he either can't stay on the floor with fouls or because they have good backups like Isaiah Stewart. And at this point, Paul Reed is probably going to be that guy because Beef Stew is questionable. So we'll take a look at Jalen Duren stuff here. But all that was the stuff that stood out the most to me in that game. And obviously, Cade Cunningham just being the best player in this series also stood out to me. So I want to kick things off with Ausar Thompson because I think we've got a little bit of a break here and some value that we can get from taking over on his points and his rebounds. Those are the two that I like the most out of anything. Like I kept saying, he played super well in game 2, except for not being able to not foul. But I think we can safely continue to give him good minutes. He was at 21 in this game and probably lost 8 minutes or so. Like, I think he's good to get back up to the high 20s and just maybe touch 30 minutes. So what I want to do is take his minutes and filter them so I can see what does he normally do when he does get that amount of time, right? So we're talking about, let's say 26 to 30 is kind of where I'm looking at. And we could even do like 24 to 28. And I still feel pretty good about this because look at these numbers when he gets the minutes. There's been a lot of minutes or games this season where he's played 15, 18, 20 minutes. And in the games where he gets into the mid to high 20s, now we're talking about an 18 PR per game kind of guy. And that holds true when you look at what he does here against the Knicks. 2 games he's gone over, 26 minutes, 23 minutes, right? Ended with 10 points. Let's get, we're on the PR. Ended with the right here, 10 points and 6 boards to get 16. Over here, we had 11.7 boards to get us over the 15.5 PR. The games that he did not get it, 21 minutes, right? 23 plus minutes, and this dude is good for the basically 18 PR or so that he's been around when he gets that amount of time. So I know it's not great for the rebounds when he's playing against Jalen Brunson, and he is going to be continuing to guard Jalen Brunson, but it hasn't really stopped him on the boards in the past. Like, he's still getting the rebound chances versus this team. He's at 10 in the games that he's played against them here, as opposed to 8.6 on the season. So they want him to be out there. He'll get the minutes, and I think we're getting a nice buy low spot for him. Next look, I'm really hesitant to give out because I still can't believe that we're getting it. So I'm going to do this really quickly, and I'm going to move on. And for those of y'all that get it, great, but this is too low. I mean, 3.5 first quarter points. We hit this for Tobias Harris in the last game. He's at 5.2 per game. He's done this against the Knicks in almost every game except for one, where he had 3 points, and he only took 1 shot in 7 minutes. But now he's not playing 7 minutes. He played 10 minutes in the first quarter of game 1. He played 11, almost the whole quarter in game 2, right? And that led to, I mean, he only needed 3 shots to get there. In the other game, he took 5 in the first quarter. So he's going to continue to average, like, if you look at his field goal attempts, 4.5, almost 5 field goal attempts in the first quarter. This is against the Knicks, but on the season, you can see he's at 4.2 over the course of the last 15 or so. He's at he's still at 4.2, but 4 shots, right? And about a free throw per first quarter. That's good enough for me to take an over pretty much every time on Tobias Harris. I'm about to get real chalky with you guys. I'm going to talk about Cade and Jalen Brunson in the same breath, but like, the fact that we can get 3-1 on our money for combining them both to get 30 plus points in this game, kind of silly. They're both at 28.5. Cade, you can see here, has hit 28.5 in 4 of 6 games. And the only thing keeping him from getting it in the first game was 32 minutes in a huge blowout where they lost by 30. And then in this, the game here in game 1, we saw what happened. He just shot poorly, 8 for 21. But as I keep saying, like, they're bringing a few doubles here and there, but really they're letting him go one-on-one with OG Anunoby. And we've seen what that means. Like, I think Cade's all NBA next year. I mean, like, maybe first team, but definitely second team, all NBA next season. That's how good this dude is. He's the best player in this series. Second best player in this series is Jalen Brunson, probably. I mean, I'm going to give him that, at least offensively. And if you look at what he's done against this team, the only time he didn't go over 30 was when he played in that game where he came back, right? On April 10th, he was coming back from injury. His minutes were limited no matter what. He had a bad game, shot 5 for 15. The whole Knicks team had a bad game, really not holding that fully against them in that one. But like I said, you combine both these 30 plus guys on the points here, and you get 3-1 for both of them to do something they've done the majority of the time that they play against each other. It's just that these two defenses are basically the worst at PNR ball handler defense, right? The guy who comes up and takes pull-up shots from the top of the key, or drives into the lane to get to the foul line. Both these teams foul a ton. So Caden and Jalen are tailor-made to score against the opposing team in the series. Going to keep going back to them on the points. Don't need to overthink it too much. Let's roll into a couple unders here. First under I'm looking at. Let's go back to the well. Let's go back to our guy, Jalen Duren, because I don't think he can get 37 minutes again. I just, 0 fouls in the first half. Not sure there's been many first halves this season where he's had 0 fouls, and he still got 5 to end the game, right? This is a horrible matchup for him. He rarely comes close to hitting this. The 2 times that he hit it, he did it. 1 time barely. The other time he had a really good game here. This was the April 10th game where the Knicks played like crap. The most Josh Hart and OG didn't play in that game, right? So we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for the Knicks defense in that one. But now we're still just talking about the same thing we talked about last time. This Knicks defense is going to be top 5, limiting center points, limiting center rebounds. The assists, not as good, but he doesn't dime up nearly. I like adding the assists here a lot at 2.5. I'm good with that, considering he's at 2.7 on the season, not getting 3 very often. So I think you add the assists, just go under on the whole kit and caboodle, and go right back to the well, assuming he's going to top out at 30 minutes based on the amount of time they can play him when he gets too many fouls. One more under coming from the Knicks side this time. I'm looking at under on OG rebounds. 5.5 caught my eye as too high, and I was already considering he's the primary defender on Cade Cunningham, which has led to very few rebound chances when he does guard Cade as the primary guy against the Pistons, who are a good rebounding team. And to be honest, I don't really think OG's that good of a rebounder for someone his size and athleticism. So if you look at the key thing here, it's the rebound chances, right? And we've talked about this a number of times this season. He's at 8 rebound chances as opposed to 9.4 for him on the season. Why do we think it goes down a full rebound chance and a half per game against this team? When he's guarding Cade Cunningham, he's guarding the guy that's taking the most shots, right? And if you're the guy guarding the primary scorer for the other team, you're not as likely to get boards because you have to go contest the shot, right? Or you're getting driven to under the rim, and then you're out of position to get the boards once again. That's been the case with him in this series. That was the case with him in this last game. And the fact that he had 13 rebound chances in game 1, to me, is the anomaly. And the fact that he still got 5 on just 6 rebound chances per game in this last game also tells me that was an anomaly. Even getting 5 on 6 rebound chances is very high, right? So if you look at the other 4 games that aren't this one where he pulled down 13 rebound chances, he's at 6.5 rebound chances per game against this squad. I do not like him to get 5 or 6 boards on 6 rebound chances. So I'm looking to take the thing I'm going to do here, and I'll just finish this with you guys. I'm going to go under on his rebounds, and then I'm going to parlay it with 2 different things. So one parlay is going to be OG Anunoby under 5.5 rebounds and the Knicks to win, because we get a negative correlation between him doing something poorly but his team winning. The other bet I'm going to make is the same one with the money line for the Pistons. So we'll take under 5.5 boards for OG and the Pistons money line. That gets us almost to the same thing. Now, it's not the negative correlation, right? It's him doing poorly on the boards and the other team winning. Those are correlated. So you're not going to get as good of odds back. But because the Pistons are the underdog, their money line is a bit better odds than the Knicks money line. So putting them both together is basically 2-1. If I do that and he does go under, then I've just guaranteed myself a plus 100 bet as opposed to a minus 154. So hopefully that makes sense, because this is a really simple way to make 2 bets that if OG goes under 5.5, we're guaranteed to win, like 1 plus 100 on our money essentially. All right, don't forget to check out the other episodes, subscribe to that channel, maybe put those notifications on so you don't miss any of the stuff we're bringing. Went live today, by the way, a little bit earlier in the day, but that kind of stuff really helps out when you have the notifications on. So get those on if you are sub to the channel. And if you do want to jump into the VIP, like I said, to make sure you're not missing any of the picks that I'm putting down here, this is where you do it. The link is in the description of the video. Use code YOFS25 though, so you make sure you get that 50% off for your first 3 months. Going to be dropping that code out here pretty soon, so this is going to have some limited time left to it. But best of luck to everybody here on Thursday night with y'all's bets. Until I see you next, happy betting.